Well, 안녕하세요, Min and Hoon. 만나서 반갑습니다. So this is your Indo Chingu speaking to the Korean girl.
Oh,
wow.
that was perfect.
I got it right?
네.
Right?
Amazing.
Very correct. Yes.
Also, my Korean teacher will be proud of me. So, well, I'm making some effort in learning the language. I'll get there someday. But what I'm most impressed is by the content that the two of you have been putting up. I want to know when the whole world, I mean, especially in India, you know, the craze for everything Korean, K-pop, K-beauty, K-dramas, K-food, everything Korean. I want to know, like, this is something Aishwarya, who follows you, also asked me, is like, you are making this content on India. Is it also consumed with the same excitement and in Korea as well by your fellow Koreans and, you know, as YouTubers who make Indian content? What is the reception that you've received in Korea?
You want to answer, Min?
Okay, I'll answer. As of now, it's not as popular, I guess, but in the coming future, especially when the COVID-19 is over, it will definitely be one of the trends that will be flourishing all over the world, especially in Korea. That's what we believe in.
Absolutely. And Hoon, what do you have to say about that?
So Indian movies are quite popular among my friends. Even before we started this channel, many of my friends already watched Indian movies, like trending movies, and they are very fascinated by the scale and the dances and the comics and the dramas they had. So I think it will come from the movie and it will get to the songs in the near future. So they are getting used to Indian songs too. So I think it will be very soon very popular in here too.
So, you know, I must tell you how I was introduced to your content was by a few friends of mine who told me, like, you know, well, everybody in India was just going crazy about everything Korean. So someone told me about the two of you, saying that you do a lot of content on India. And I was pretty intrigued. How did this start? I'm really very curious to know, how did this all begin?
Okay, so we used to like Indian culture. It's been a while from our college years. We used to love Indian food, and we used to have a lot of friends that are Indians when we studied abroad in the US and in Malaysia. So we just loved Indian culture from the beginning. And I think it's like we have a connection between in us, we have like two cultures, Indian and Korean. So it's kind of hard to explain, but I think we're very, very tied together here. And do you want to add something, Min?
Yeah, it just felt very natural when we first started our YouTube channel and exploring all things about India, especially topping from the knowledge that we already knew. And I guess that kind of like exploded when you actually visited India for the first time. It was 2019 December, and sadly we couldn't visit any after that because of the pandemic, as everyone might have known. But I guess it just happened as a destiny. That's all I can explain.
I'm sure destiny, as you rightly said. And, you know, I know in India, a lot of people were aware about Korean content, but not so much so as has happened in the pandemic. What have been your reactions seeing this? I think maybe it's the third Hallyu wave, if I, you know, can call it, because, you know, the world has experienced a Hallyu wave, but I think it's everyone in India. I actually feel once travel opens up, all of India is going to be at Icheon Airport, Seoul, you know. It just seems so. So what do you make of it? I mean, this whole craze for everything Korean in our country here.
Oh, we feel fascinated, especially over the past 1 or 2 years. It's gone super viral, right? But
yeah,
even when we visited India 2 years ago, I think Korean wave was popular, but not this popular. So I
Absolutely.
am so fascinated what happened for the past 2 years. When we visited there and we did a video on asking people in the street if you know Korean culture, and I thought we have about only less than half people knew Korea and our culture. But I think if we do that right now, we will get more and more answer.
Also the movies, because I know Indian movies are very popular, but usually people say Bollywood, Bollywood all the time. But here I've seen you just basically deal with, you review all the films, not just Bollywood.
Yeah, that's right. I guess like Korean people's like interest towards Indian movies in general started with the this crazy trending movie called Three Idiots. I'm sure everyone knows about it.
Ah.
It went viral by that time. It was like 10 years ago from now, but that film got viral and everyone was talking about the film in the blog and just amongst people, right? Even my college friends were talking about it all the time. And all is well, everyone knows that phrase by now. And then afterwards, I think people got into South Indian movie as well, such as Bahubali.
Yeah.
There were some crazy action scenes, and people were, I guess, really fascinated by the cinematic or this imagination that were brought into the film, right? The actual real life action movie. So I guess people's interest grew towards Indian movies, starting with Three Idiots and then Bahubali, and now we are here, and we all love Indian movies. Currently, White Tiger, people were talking about it a lot. My friends.
Nice.
Netflix,
nice.
Right? Yeah.
That's nice. I am so happy to hear that. And Hoon, what would you want to say? And here, I mean, as I said, everyone's only watching K-dramas. Which drama are you watching? Have you checked that out? That's the conversation I have on WhatsApp group.
Oh, so after we started our channel, we slowly realized that there's more than Bollywood in India. So Indian movies are much more diverse than we thought.
Yeah.
So that's what we got us fascinated even more. And we wanted to know, like, we want to let Koreans know that there's not only Bollywood and there's more diverse movies. And we want to let Indians know that foreigners like us don't just interested in, or not just interested in Bollywood, but we also appreciate all different types of Indian movies, their diversity.
Absolutely. And you do know there is one connection that everyone's saying that, of Indian princes who went to Korea. So there are thousands similar words in Tamil. Have you heard about that?
Actually, I made a video on that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it was
Oh.
amazing. We did the research and it was amazing. They were doing all this. The governments were already doing those things. They're making the monuments and stuff, everything. So we didn't know that. So I wanted to let people know, let the world know we have this amazing bonding. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I also do see the cultural similarities a lot, whether it's our food, whether it's family bonding. I do see a lot of cultural similarities between the two countries. But as to, young men from Korea, what is it you want to tell Indians there? Because everybody feels once they go to Korea, everything is going to be like the drama. It's just going to be perfect. I mean, what is that one misconception you want to clear? I mean, everyone thinks there's just a drama that's going to unfold the moment they land in Seoul, Busan, Ilsan, wherever there'll be a drama unfolding.
I would love them to come to Korea and experience, like, in reality, but misconception, it's not like Korean romance drama. Our reality is as harsh as everywhere else. Like, we work in Seoul, so we have to make ourselves living. So it's very harsh. It's very busy city. You have to earn your place, and sometimes it feels kind of cold, right?
Yeah,
But that's
I
the
agree.
reality, right? Yeah.
What would you
But I
want
would
to
love
tell them? Yeah,
to,
sorry.
yeah,
No, sorry, Hoon, continue. Sorry.
yeah, I would love Indians come visit Korea and enjoy it because it's not that different from what you see in the drama. So yeah, you can expect.
I know, it just seems like a
definitely.
very pretty country that I want to visit to because the dramas really do a very good job of promoting travel. I'm one of them who's been wanting to visit for the past 7 years. But yeah, Min, what would you want to say?
Oh, well, I would want to add that people should come to Korea with their loved ones. Don't expect to find your ideal oppa here. It's not very likely, right? I mean, where are you gonna meet them, right?
I agree with you because everybody actually thinks they'll have Park Seo-joon, Lee Min-ho, and Song Joong-ki waiting for them, staying at the airport.
They're not just walking around the streets, no, not at the airport, no. But you can find them in the streets of Gangnam very often, I think. Someone like them, not Lee Min-ho. Yep.
I was waiting to meet Song Joong-ki. I've been getting all set to come to Gangnam. I'll try. But I don't think that...
Even us can meet them, so... I mean, I want to meet Song Joong-ki, I want to meet BTS, Twice, whatever, whoever, It's just...
Yeah, the collaboration. Korea collaboration.
We hope that will happen.
But what would you want to tell them is the weirdest food combination you tried in India and something that surprised you as well, that you couldn't believe existed?
Personally, I was surprised with the South Indian food, thali.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It's
there
like
were a
your
lot of...
thali also. You also have lots of food like a
big,
thali.
big dish, right?
Yeah.
Filled with a whole bunch of spices that I've never had, at least half of them. So that was really surprising, and I forgot the name, but they gave like mint, like leaf, as a mouth freshener.
Sweet
And
bun,
there
I
was
think.
really sweet bun, that was it, yeah.
Wow.
So sweet bun with thali was a very surprising combination. If I'm answering your question correctly.
Wow, bun is awesome. What about you, Hoon? What was yours other than Hajmola?
I mean, our visit to India was, I think, majority of what I remember is food because we have such great foods. I think what I got surprised is how many like chutneys they have, right? And we loved it, especially Min loves green one.
Green.
And he almost
I love green chutney.
Wow.
He almost drank it.
I can drink it, yeah.
I don't believe that.
No, I'll show you in a video soon, I guess.
Yeah, and we went to have a pani puri, right? And there's this water, right? And I was amazed at how different types of waters there are, and they all have different flavors, right? It was so amazing. And this street food, they're so great. They have how many combinations they have on their menu. So we needed someone to choose for us, right? There's such combinations, right?
Yeah. And even the franchise foods like Domino Pizza or Subway was so much better than what we had in Korea, United States, Europe.
Wow.
It was so much better. The spices and the cheese they offered was such a great quality and
masala pizza.
great in taste. Oh yeah.
Wow.
The palak pizza, yeah. Paneer pizza.
Paneer pizza.
My God. Yeah, paneer pizza. Cheese, yeah.
I'm so happy to hear that. As India dances to BTS, what are the two of you dancing to? Indian.
We are not a dancer, but our favorite singers would be Arjit Singh, obviously, and also Neha Kakkar she's great. So them would be our top pick for singers.
Wow. And favorite actors that you want to collaborate, you wish to collaborate on. Like the way I want to meet Junki, who are the Indian actors you want to meet?
Shraddha Kapoor.
I saw
I
your
love
video with
Shraddha.
Shraddha Kapoor. So if I meet her,
Shraddha
I am
Kapoor.
going to give, I'm going to ask her to give a shout out for you.
Oh,
That's a
Please.
promise. If you meet Junki, you get a shout out for me.
of course.
It's my dream come true to meet Shraddha Kapoor in my whole life.
Done, my friend. I shall get you a shout out from her.
Oh my god, really? Okay. Oh my god.
I'll send you
Oh,
a list
okay.
also of the guys. Maybe if you go to Gangnam, you can get Junki, Park Hae-jun, and I'll give you the list. What about you, Min? Why are you quiet? Why are you quiet?
I'm personally into fighting martial arts. I like martial arts. So I would personally love to do a fighting scene with either Hrithik Roshan or Tiger Shroff. And beat it different. Yeah.
Just happened.
I
And
hope.
the way you've become the perfect ambassadors for this Indo-Korea, I would say, what do you say, friendship?
Fight off, I don't know. Yeah. Or collaboration, relationship, whichever one. I would love to be a part of it.
Awesome. And thank you so much for, you are one of the first who is doing that. And it's really nice. So more power to you both, yeah. And I hope to keep interacting with you. And please come back soon to India. I'm sure you're going to meet a lot of Indians coming to Korea also once travel eases up. Yep. Thank you so much.
We also have one thing to say in Hindi.
Yes. Oh, please do. I didn't ask you about that. Hindi. Do you know how to speak a bit in Hindi?
Yeah. Whom आपसे प्यार करता है?
How sweet. Namaste. And I mean, we were just, I was so excited meeting you both that I didn't ask you about, have you picked up any Hindi?
मेरा नाम ही है.
मेरा नाम हुन है. भूख लगी है.
चलो भूख लगी है. वो basic सबको.
तुमसे करती हूँ. Yeah, करता हूँ, right? करता हूँ.
Pardon?
तुमसे करता हूँ, right? I love you. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, we are all getting there. Thank you so much. Shukriya. Namaste and kamsahamnida.
감사합니다.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.